So let's take a look at the WGCC IP camera. This is 4 megapixel H.265 and it has a Super HD and night vision. How are you doing, everyone? This is Dario from MediaBoxEnt Blockchain. We're going to look this IP camera H.265. So let's see what we get on the WGCC IP camera 4 megapixel H.265 with the Super HD and night vision. So what we get is the connector, so it's waterproof for your RJ45. We're going to look at that in a minute. We get the instructions, the mounting screws, and you can drill this right in the wall and mark it. Now let's move this to the side. So this is the camera. This is good for security. That will be nice to mount it right outside of the house or for a factory or whatever it needs to be secure to man it all the time, 24 hours a day. This is good because it's waterproof. Right in the front here we have the two night visions LEDs, and right in the side we get the RJ45. That's what you're going to be mounting this, so this will be waterproof. But I want to get something important that is not called anywhere on the instructions. Is you require to get a 12-volt power supply. So if you plan to buy this camera and you want to hook up the IP camera, or if you have a system, or maybe you want to monitor that to the web, I will show you how to do that. You have to get some type of power supply. In my case, I just got my regular universal power supply. I guess you will have to check the manufacturer, see if they engage power supply, or just so you know, the central pin will be you plus in the ground is the one outside on the connector. It's a 5mm connector. So it's very important because if you try follow the instructions, you'll be fighting this for almost a month trying to get it work without power. There are some cameras that can be powered through their RJ45, but this particular one it requires a 12-volt power. Now let me give you a few tips. The camera by default, the IP address is 192.168.1.13, but that's set by the manufacturer. Now if you run a dynamic IP into your network, when you plug it into your router, what's going to happen now, it will get the own IP, or the mode of the router will actually dedicate one IP to the camera, because it's possible in your network you already have that 13. So now you're trying to connect and you follow the instruction and 13 will not let you again. So what we're going to do, I'm going to be showing you a picture now. So you're going to be downloading this software. This software, what it's going to do is going to search your network and search for the camera. When you search for the camera, you're going to be able to load it up and configure the camera. It's pretty simple, but it's a good tip. So you're going to spend many times or hours like me trying to figure out how this thing works. So I already figured out for you. Alright, so to get the camera going, we need to download a software called IPC Search Tool. You're going to go into UniView.ro, download the software. Now, for the phone application, do not try to use this because it's in Chinese, so I will let you know how to do it in a second. So when you download it for Windows, you're going to execute the file. When you execute it, it's nothing going to get installed. It will just execute. You have to keep the OK, and then you get this viewer. So this is pretty simple. When you attach the camera to the network, when you apply power, you're going to see the two lights coming on in the front of the two, and red LED lights stays on for like 10 seconds, and then they say nothing else happened. You will think the camera went off. You search, and then right there you're going to get the IP address. The original said was 13, in my case is 12, and they give you the MAC address and information, the version. When you're right there, there are a few things you can do. You can change the network. If you want to change the IP address of the camera, you can delete the password, restart the camera. All we're going to do is a web browser. In this case, for me, it's only working on Explorer, and Firefox was not working. So I know that's the address. So we can either try to open here, see nothing happen. So I'm going to copy that address. We're going to take this out. Let's go to Explorer. Let's click this in and let's log in. Now, default password is admin lowercase. Admin lowercase. I do recommend you later on change this. We'll log in. Let's minimize this for a second. And actually, I will use this in my studio. That's what I have it for. So I put that in my studio. I love the resolution. So now let's go to the setup. So as you see here, I got part of the studio. I mean, beautiful screen, even though this doesn't support H.264, my browser. But if you see, it's working real nice. It's real good. So a few things when you start in the beginning. There are a few configurations we can change. We can change the basics. Here, give you information. The internet, I didn't change anything by default. It's automatic done. The time, I'm actually Eastern time, so I changed the time. You will set that out. If you have the server, I leave it the way it is. Didn't change anything. This, if you want to change the fans, the time, and whatever you want to display, you can change it from here. And definitely, we need to edit it. Definitely, we're going to have to edit this user and create a new password. We always will be admin, but we have to make sure we change the password. We don't want somebody logging into our network. Now, network configuration, again, I just leave that there. DNS server, use Google, it's preset. Port number, we're not going to change anything. This, if you want it actually, like again, now remote, then you need some type of DNS service. There are some free ones you can use. Particularly, I tend to use non-IP. In my case, I'm a register. I use it for the things, but you can use non-IP, the free version. This way, you can have your own like domain name or whatever it will be, and then you can log into the camera by typing non-IP dot whatever, and then you can like get it into the camera. You can set up an email if you want to. Camera send messages email. See here, you set up your email and more network configuration videos. And plenty of stuff. This one, I just leave it the way it is. It has a lot of configuration. Snapshots, main server. If you want like multicasting, we're gonna leave it the way it is. So it has a good resolution. That's the resolution right now. We can set even the image, even intelligence, and I leave it the way it is. You can send across line, objects, faces, tracking, whatever you want to. Moving objects, so you can set an alarm, depends on the hour and the time. You can do all those changes. In my case, I'm not going to set this alarm. See, you can put also the thumbnail. There is a lot of things you have to go over. You can create an event, a storage, you give in storage videos on an FTP server. Security, again, you want to change the network configurations, and you can even put a watermark. You can create a key, a security key to log in into the network, to authentication. So there's many things we can do here. And again, time, server, we leave that what it is. So as you see, it has a lot of configurations. There's a lot of things to go over. But when I plug it in, the only thing I did was change my the only thing I did was change the time, and then the view here. And there is third section view. If you have multiple cameras, you can change that. You can view in different ways. Let's go see. It depends the way you want to do this. You know, I just took a snapshot. Let me go back to the main screen. It's better. Yes, that's it. Works perfect. And now let me show you a little bit on the applications for my Android phone. All right, so the software you need to download is AC Viewer. You can search that in the App Store or Google Store. Let's execute it. And we see right there, live in my phone. It's in HD. You can search there. It's smooth. You can send a standard. There's many things. There is no speaker in this case. This allow you to put a lot of camera if you want, but it looks perfect. It's pretty simple to set up. There are almost stuff that needs to be There are a lot of more things that needs to be configured, but it was pretty simple. The way I did it, I search again, I click that, and I said scan my network, and automatically scan the network and detect the camera. Didn't try this, but my guessing is instead to download the software, if you download this application and you scan your local network, you will be able to see it. Now remember, you got to make sure you are connected to a local network now to the data. If not, it's not going to be able to find it. All right, so with this we complete the whole tutorial on the camera. Thank you.